triple school. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna blame me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Detroit Lions and the San Francisco 49ers. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. Fielded about a yard deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Break. Mike 29. Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down. On second down, McCaffrey. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Young working out of the gun, escaping the pressure right. And he cannot get away, and Young will go down.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now?
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
That's fielded at the 8-yard line. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15, and the Lions will take over. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he's got some space here. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. 77 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their futures. They look ahead to the offseason. What spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
Here's McCaffrey. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again. Just like last week, each game is its own entity, treated as such.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. He'll field this at the 5. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. First down, Lions on a pickup of 13. They'll run on first down. Dobbins, and this will go for 5 up to the 33.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Second and 5. Over the middle, it's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
First down, Detroit.
For the catch made by Johnson.
Oh,
a timeout here. We got
shit.
a player shaken up, and that's Johnson who's down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
Wow.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches.
Wow.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Steps away to his left. That is caught inside the 5. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Let's go. At their own 21-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Montez Sweat in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks.
Come on, set. 30 base. Record.
Young off the play fake. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. They come up with exactly 1 minute to go in this first quarter.
Go! 49, check 49, check 52.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And it is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Well, you've got a receiver here who's got 1 touchdown already in this first quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there, wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage to make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, there's times when you see these catches that are made, and we just know the guys playing it are really wishing for college rules. Only need that one foot down instead of 2. It's awfully difficult on the sideline, isn't it?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Check 43.
They'll set up to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 1st down Lions on a pickup of 13. A pretty sizable deficit here in the first quarter. This defense will probably need to get off the field in those situations on 3rd down.
And you and I both know in this huddle before that last 3rd down play, that's exactly what they talked about. Let's make a play. Let's get off the field. Let's reverse the momentum. Instead, they got hit with another 1st down, almost back to the drawing board.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 6-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Line of scrimmage is the 8 on 2nd and 8.
Go. What do you want? And 96 is coming. We're going to like
Throwing, Young. Montez Sweat, his 2nd sack of the night.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Young will set to throw, and this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
A big-time return there, 40 yards. And this offense set up with a very short field. 1st and 10 inside the 20. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 17-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 8. This is caught. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the Niners' 5-yard line.
Blue there.
They'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. All that gets him is just a yard.
Better be.
And now it's 3rd down.
His ass better be in that shower. Oh.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. So 3rd and goal, and the 49er faithful making some noise for their defense.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
They'll try to run with Sanders. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st.
Damn.
This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal. And his kick is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So it's an old-school extra point that counts 3 times. So it's certainly a disappointment they weren't able to get it in the end zone.
Yeah, I can just imagine post-game, head coach looking at the box score, 19-yard field goal, grimacing a little bit, but having to realize that at that moment, getting 3 points was vital. Go ahead and get the points, put them on the board.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down. Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
On 2nd and 11 now. Young, and he cannot get away, and Young will go down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line.
Yeah, nigga. Go ahead now, it's enough.
Flat out cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Young to throw it. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around 27. And he's going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
Shut your ass up.
Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
On 2nd down, it's Sanders, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. This is taken at his 4. And a nice job there on special teams as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
At their own 14-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right? I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. And he is swallowed right at the line of scrimmage. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Here's Young from the shotgun. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
Pilot, 64, weak. Let's go.
Here's Young. They'll indeed go for it. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. Here we go, here we go.
On 1st down, it's Sanders. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. On 2nd down now, it's Sanders. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
He's checking. Hold on. He's checking. Crash. Check, 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 check.
They'll run on 1st down. Holman, and effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3. At the 8-yard line.
2nd and 3. Now he's got it. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. From 8 yards out as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Extra point attempt here still to come. And the lead will grow by 1 more.
Makes the score Lions 31, 49ers nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think of...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off right around the 43. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Come on. 50's the mark. It's our field. It's our field. Hey, go. Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
He'll try and start this drive in the air. Buying time to his left. Now he'll pull it down.
Damn.
So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Shit! Fucked up, man.
On second down, it's Sanders. Oh, what a juke into space. He's at the 40, the 20, 10. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there. 77 yards as his guys continue to pour it on. So what was already a game to remember becomes even more so as that touchdown run, a lengthy one, takes him over 200 yards now for the game.
And I love the fact that to get over 200, it took a pretty good sprint, didn't it? I mean, a lot of times you get 1 or 2 yards and think, oh, he's over 200 yards. But that really put an exclamation point on this game he's having. Fantastic. A lot of fun to watch.
At their own 25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them.
Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Montez Sweat in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Young. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. That's going to be caught. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
There's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. They'll try to run with Sanders. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Lions use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a...
He's got daylight. 20, 10, touchdown, 49ers. Noah Fant, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the 49ers able to get this back to some measure of respectability. Well, that's pretty impressive, Charles. It's one thing to be an elite speed wide receiver and have all that yards after the catch into the end zone, but from your tight end?
Yeah, you don't get that very often. What you're describing is more like a Tyreek Hill, a Devontae Adams, and Antonio Brown. You're not talking about a guy that lines up or can line up in line and look like an extra tackle on running plays. He took that bad boy downfield just like he was a scat back.
Before the game, he told me, I'm going to have a zinger or two today. And I was like, oh, a zinger or two? I guess that's a zinger, right?
That's a zinger.
We don't want this. Check 52 to Mike. Check 52.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Maximum effort, partner. Minimal gain.
Yeah, minimal gain. Looked good, though. He'll drop to throw. And now he'll turn, and off his back foot, he'll heave this deep. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers to get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown.
And how about this, a fake? And this is caught. A big breakdown defensively there on the fake punt. Turns into a huge play and a 1st down. And I don't know what the method is to know when to dial up a fake punt, when not to, whatever the method there, it worked for him.
I think you actually did explain it. There is no method. It's just a feel, a sense, and a healthy dose of guts in order to call that play in that situation.
Element of surprise, I guess, right?
Yeah, element of surprise and just a strong belief in, hey, we're going to get it done.
Mike's 50. Mike's 50.
Another run with Sanders. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Back. Check it again.
They'll try and run for it with Sanders. Oh, nifty juke there.
Not much fun for...
And now off to the races, down the right right side. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 20 on the year as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will swell by one more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. He's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Montez Sweat make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. A play fake. Now Young. Trying to lay one up deep. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, there's a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball. And that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Shoot up.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive.
Man, get out the fucking way, dude.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 11 yards there and a Lion first down. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10.
Ball. No. Check 50. Watch the twist.
Right back to Sanders on 1st down. T.J. Watt in on the tackle. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Quick throw here, that's complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The Lions on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Going for the deep ball.
What the fuck?
And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. He'll look to throw. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. But he will be stopped buried. As he will not come close to the marker. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Niners take over in terrific field position.
Hurry.
On 1st and 10, Young. That'll be caught by Rice. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
I'm going back to you. Hey, watch that. Watch 6-6. Pull it high. Go.
Now here's Young. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off inside the 10. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirt.
Yeah, he better figure whatever the reason is. He better figure it out. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
Oh, no.
Another run here with Sanders. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. The Lions on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. They'll look to throw here. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A big play there. An 80-yard touchdown as his guys continue to pour it on. Point after, right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1.
Oh! Ain't this about a bitch?
And he's got Rome weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. That'll go down as a 99-yard kick return. And the Niners, they eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. Still down very big on the scoreboard, but a little feather in their cap here.
And it's a big-time play, and if you don't get energized...
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
Hit.
Come on, man. Let's go.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. There were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Check 6 guys. Check.
They'll drop to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete.
You ain't got to bring my food down here
now.
now.
Let it fly, but it falls to the ground.
I only got 2 minutes left in this game.
Fourth quarter, you got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
So tell that nigga he got to hurry up.
Running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. Back to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is going to be incomplete. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat. My goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really turning in an incredible performance. Another try after the first down sack. Young, and this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Flush to his right. Going to take a shot for Gallup. And my goodness, another interception.